Well, this was the scene Friday night when 4 teens were arrested for having 3 guns at a high school football game between Canal Winchester and Groveport, Madison. All 3 guns had Glock switches. Crime Tracker 10's Lacey Crisp explains the new charge for one of those teens. It's a story you'll only see right here on 10 TV.
One of the Franklin County prosecuting attorneys warns just how dangerous Glock switches can be, which is why his office, for the first time, is charging a juvenile with that speculation.
It's very concerning. These dangerous, destructive devices are wreaking havoc in our community. They're relatively cheap. They're easy to attach to a gun, and they are very, very dangerous.
In this body-worn camera video, you can see Madison Township Police pull not 1, not 2, but 3 fully loaded handguns with Glock switches from 4 teens at the football game Friday night.
If they have it attached to a weapon, that means that that weapon goes from a semi-automatic weapon, meaning a bullet comes out after every trigger pull, to a fully automatic weapon, meaning 1 trigger pull and the gun will continue shooting until it's empty.
Madison Township Police say the teens, an 18-year-old, 2 17-year-olds, and a 16-year-old, were taken into custody. Madison Township Police say the 16-year-old was arrested January 26th this year for carrying a concealed weapon and improper handling of a firearm in a motor vehicle. That 16-year-old will now be the first juvenile in the county to ever be charged with having a Glock switch attached to a gun.
We want everyone to know, the criminals who are in possession, that if you possess one of these dangerous, destructive devices, we're going to come after you and we're going to send you to prison for having those. And so hopefully the word does get out.
If he is found delinquent with having the Glock switch on a gun, that teen could face a mandatory of 1 to 6 years in juvenile prison. In all of last year, Columbus police recovered 17 Glock switches. So far this year, they have more than doubled that at 52.
I've been a police officer over 20 years. I never heard of these until about 6 months ago. I was on a traffic stop and arrest, and an officer, we were passing around saying, "What is this?"
Brian Steele with the Fraternal Order of Police says last year, CPD recovered about 1,500 guns and have already recovered 2,000 guns this year. He's glad the prosecutor's office is sending a message with the charges on Glock switches.
We're doing our job. Our members are removing these weapons from the street. It will be a catch and release system until the prosecutor steps up. It's good to see his chief prosecutor is doing his job. Let's continue to take violent offenders, charge them, and hold them accountable.
And we also checked in with Delaware County. So far, they've not recovered any Glock switches. In Columbus, Lacey Crisp, 10 TV News.
Now, the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office has charged several adults for having those Glock switches attached to guns. Adults face a mandatory 6 years in prison if they're found guilty.